Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday, October 11th. That's what
Yes.
today, yes. So, we are getting ready now to head off to Maryland. We're going to be driving overnight. It has been a very long day and a very long week in general for both of us. For me, because if you had missed any of the previous vlogs, all the vlogs that we have posted back to back recently. One of them I mentioned that earlier this year I got a promotion. And with the promotion came some more
Great responsibility.
yes, general responsibilities and just more time commitment in general, which is fine. But I had a huge deadline tomorrow. I had stuff that needed to be done by the end of tomorrow, but we're not going to be here tomorrow. So I had to finish it all today. And this was already on top of a deadline that I had 2 weeks ago. That was the worst, craziest deadline I've ever had. And that kind of made this one even worse than it should have been. They gave me the same amount of time to do much more work than I had done previously. So this time around, I had a couple other retouchers helping me for this deadline, and we were able to meet it, but I stayed at work until 6:45 today. Yesterday I was there until 7, and we went in at 8:15 or so. I think I got to work at 8:15 when I usually get there at 9. Both yesterday and today. So there have been very long days, and we're about to drive 7-ish hours down to Maryland. So it's all just been piling on top of each other, but we're all caught up now. That's the point, is that we're now, the reason that been staying so late and that I've been trying to meet this stuff and not get extensions or anything like that, we're all caught up now. So when I get back, we should be hopefully okay, and we'll see about that. But it is now 7:30. I'm hoping we can leave in the next 20 minutes.
I think we can leave in the next 10.
Okay, well, we're mostly packed. I just need to pack a cooler. I want to put some water in there and some Pepsi Maxes for caffeine purposes, because it's going to be a long night of driving. Giselle is already feeling a little bit tired.
Yeah, this whole week has just been exhausting and crazy, and I don't know. I'm just ready to de-stress. My legs and feet have just been aching all week, and I don't know why, but it's just been extra bad. And then today was just the day that we got all of the really, really stupid customers. It wasn't even necessarily that they were mean. They were just really stupid and were very frustrating. I had several customers that would I heard him telling a different coworker a story, this customer, and then he came and told it to me. And then we walked back over to the other customer to the other coworker to ask him a question, and then he turned to me and is oh, and I was just telling this person this story, and then told me it again, immediately. And it's I understand it, but when you're in a very fast-paced, I have a lot of stuff to get done environment, it's just frustrating. So anyway, it was fun. He wasn't too bad though, but I had another customer today that she called on the phone, and she asked if I had the Gone with the Wind trilogy. And so then I tried to explain it's all by different authors. Technically the other ones aren't by Margaret Mitchell and stuff like that. And she's yeah, well, I have books 1 and book 3. I have Scarlet and Brett whatever, Red, what's his name? Rhett something? I don't know. I've never read Gone with the Wind. And she was explaining how she had 1 and 3, and I was oh, so that's actually 2 and 3, and there's actually a 4th book, and there's number 1. She's okay, so there's 3 books? And I was no, there's 4 books, and it's a quartet. She's okay, so it's a trilogy. And I kid you not. We literally sat on the phone for at least 5 minutes with me just telling her there's 4 books and it's a quartet and blah, blah, blah. And her just repeating back the incorrect stuff.
Fun times.
And it's just it's not that the customer being mean. She's just, you could just tell that she just wasn't all there. And it's just, it was like my first like phone call of the day, and I was just like, why? It set the tone for the rest of the day, and finally I like explained to her, I'm like, okay, you still need book one. Book one is Gone with the Wind. You don't have book one yet. And she's like, no, I don't have Gone with the Wind. I was like, okay, well that's book one. Since it's the Gone with the Wind trilogy, that's book one. You don't have book one. We have book one, and so she came in and got it at least, but it was a day.
Giselle has also packed. Like this whole suitcase
shut up,
is filled with just her stuff. I was gonna have us both use the suitcase, like one suitcase, so we only had to bring one. But I ended up having to pack my own. Like it's not a suitcase. Mine is just this like bag. But
Nobody asked you.
yeah, she brought quite a lot more than I did. But she's like indecisive and stuff about like what she's gonna wear this weekend and what she's gonna wear to the wedding. She has more options than I do. I'm just gonna be wearing this suit that's in this bag at the moment. Something interesting, if you saw the From May to Now vlog, you'll have seen that I went to a wedding in June, at the beginning of June, and wore a suit. The jacket is the same one we got married in, and the shirt, I bought the shirt fairly recently, but like fairly around there. I think I bought it for that actually, and I bought new pants and a vest. This time, I am like 30 pounds lighter than I was then, and I did not fit that suit at all. It was like just like way too big for me, so I had to go out and get another suit, which is what that is over there. We have to go tomorrow when we're in Maryland to look at the Burlington Coat Factory. That's where I got this, but they didn't have a vest, and I really want a vest, like a black vest to match, so we're gonna go to a Burlington tomorrow to look and see if they have the kind of vest that I want there, so I can have the full thing. But we're gonna start taking stuff down to the car now. Also, Giselle has changed her hair, if you didn't notice that already. It's much darker, like more of a cherry red. She like revealed it on a live stream recently, so you might have seen it there if you watched those. But she also did this to the back of it. She made the V much bigger. Well, I made the V much bigger. We both made the V much bigger. We worked on it together.
Yeah, and I like it so much better. I mean, my hair still gets absolutely disgusting back here. This has been a really great like couple weeks to test it because I've had really bad neck pain almost every day. And so I've been sticking a lot of stuff on it, and I haven't washed my hair specifically since Sunday, and it's Thursday now, so it's been 5 days. It's getting pretty gross back there, but it's not as gross as it would be because it's getting on less of my hair, and it's so much easier to access. The reason I'm not washing my hair is because I want it to be like the perfect color for the wedding, so I'm gonna wash it tomorrow and that's it. But it's honestly does make a difference, and it makes me be able to access everything better, and it looks cool too, so it's really cool. It's fun.
The red is like such a nice like I said, like dark cherry kind of color.
Yeah, I really like this. Before, the last time we talked, I was very unhappy with how my hair looked. I really like it right now. Like, I don't think I'll ever love anything as much as I did, like, the silvery white. But I do really like this. I think this is, like, a super cool color, so.
Trying to fit everything in here. It's sort of difficult, because Giselle packed an entire suitcase herself. So also we are washers, and our washer is still broken, so we're bringing a wee bit of laundry to my parents' house with us because they offered. So we're about to leave now.
Yeah.
We have made our first stop to get gas and Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Which is we're like 5 minutes away from our house. I just wanted to like fill up on gas now, so we don't have to stop anytime soon. We can just like go for a while. We'll probably be able to get pretty far on what we have now that it's full. And we had like gas points, like grocery store, you get points off, you get cents off per gallon and stuff, so we got 20 cents off per gallon. So I wanted to stop now where I knew a show was. That's where we are.
Ketchup packets.
That's so weird.
Why would you
Head
give me
east toward Belton Street.
Why would you give me ketchup packets? Like, what a random thing to stick on your sausage, egg, and cheese. Like, nah, brah.
And of course, this is Massachusetts, so there is a Dunkin' Donuts inside of the show. And there's also a Dunkin' Donuts right up the street as well. There's at least 5 Dunkin' Donuts within 5 minutes of our house. Anyway, we're headed off on the road now. Stop 2, we're in Connecticut. We've been driving for about a little over an hour and a half. We're here now to go to the bathroom.
Oh my gosh, there's another Dunkin' Donuts. Are you surprised?
We're gonna go to the bathroom. That's the main reason for stopping. That's the only reason we're stopping, really. But we're about like an hour away from New York now.
I'm surprised I haven't fallen asleep yet.
She keeps leaning her thing back.
Yeah, I think now that I go to the bathroom, I think I'll probably fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've just had to go to the bathroom for a while. This is the first rest stop we ran into.
Yeah.
We've been listening to this thing called the Adventure Zone.
Yeah.
That's a podcast.
Yeah.
And they're like playing D&D. Usually I think D&D is a fun concept. I've never actually really played. I played a little bit very amateurishly when I was in Boy Scouts with some friends in Boy Scouts. When we went on like camping trips, we did like D&D kind of. And but I've never really been interested in like listening to or watching people play D&D or anything like that.
Yeah, neither have I. So basically how this started is that the graphic novel for the first campaign in the Adventure Zone,
Which they made a graphic novel of it.
it just came out in July or August, and so it came out in July, so I read it in August just because I thought it was interesting. I had no clue what the Adventure Zone was.
It's got an introduction by Patrick Rothfuss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I read it, and it was quite funny, and I was... The way Patrick Rothfuss talked about it in the beginning, though, I was just like, wow. Okay, I'll try listening to that. He said that he listened to, like, all the episodes of The Adventure Zone, and there's a lot of them in, like, 2 weeks or
We're still on the
like,
first episode, aren't we?
Yeah.
And it's been, like over an hour.
Yeah.
So,
but I started it. I started listening to it in September, and I'm not quite done with the first campaign. But it's very enjoyable, and I thought Chris would like it as well. And Chris is like, I don't know if I really want to listen to D&D, but I've never cared about watching that either. Like, I know they have that on like Geek and Sundry and stuff where you can watch people play D&D. And like, I've never cared. I find it kind of boring to like just like watch people sit around like and talk about what their characters are doing, but like they're very funny, and
these
seeing
guys
the
are
graphic
really
novel
funny.
in my head as I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh, okay, and it helped me understand better because I've never played D&D either. They do swear a lot though.
I mean, I haven't read the graphic novel, so I don't have that in my head, but I'm finding it really funny. We were going to listen to Mistborn, like we were going to listen to The Final Empire. And so, like, I really want to listen to that, but Giselle was thinking she might fall asleep, so she wanted to, I guess, put something on that she already knew, and that I could listen to as well. So we've been listening to that together instead. So, like, just in case she falls asleep during Mistborn, like, because she's just really tired, which is fine. We have, I don't mind keep listening to it. I was pretty hesitant at first, not gonna lie, but I'm.
He was like, I was like, do you want to listen to the Adventure Zone? He was like, no. He like literally said, no, I don't want to listen to it. And I'm like, just try the first 5 minutes, and I turned it on.
She put it on regardless of me saying no, which is fine. Because it was, within the first, like, minute, I was already laughing. It was funny. So it's really funny. So if you have any interest in funny fantasy-related things or funny D&D-related things, then you would probably like it.
And we've finally gone through, like, all the exposition at the beginning and stuff, so now we're actually going to get into the campaign. So I'm very excited to hear, like, Christopher laugh at all the ridiculous hijinks that they come up with. It's pretty brilliant.
For real, though, we're going to go pee now.
Okay.
We have made another stop. We're at a Walmart. That's back there. Sorry. Oh, sorry. That's back there. And Giselle's really tired. I actually feel really good. We kind of went out of the way. Giselle really had to go to the bathroom all of a sudden. And this is the only exit that I'd seen in a while. So we just took it. Because if we didn't, I didn't know when the next bathroom... And then we couldn't find a bathroom for a while. We went the wrong way on the street to find a bathroom. And then we came this way and we got to a Walmart and it was open and... We've bathroomed and now we're probably just gonna try to make it all the way to Maryland now. We're like 2 hours away. We're gonna try not to make any more stops or anything like that, so.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
That would be really nice. We just finished the second episode of that podcast of the Adventure Zone and it was ridiculously funny, especially like the second half was ridiculously funny, so you should definitely give it a shot. I was skeptical, but I gave it a shot and it was really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed re-listening to it. I mean, I've fallen asleep a few times, but not really fully, because it's just hard to sleep in the car. But I don't know if Chris wants to listen anymore, but I'm going to try to fall asleep again.
Yeah, we can keep listening.
I feel dead.
I don't mind listening just until we get home. It doesn't really matter. It's been actually a really quick car ride. So, and it's been raining the entire time. It's like been pouring. It's pouring right now. So we'll see how the rest goes. The thing says we have 2 hours left. So we'll see how accurate that is. And we've made it. We made it without having to stop again. We actually didn't have to stop for gas at all. We got the one fill up at the gas station next to our house, and that's it. So we're at my parents' house now, and it's like almost 4 a.m. We're gonna try to. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get everything that we want up in one go or not, but we'll see. We're not gonna take everything in right now. We have quite a bit of stuff, but we're gonna take as much as we can and try to go to sleep and see how much sleep we can get. I can't remember if we've ever shown this room or not, but if we haven't, just in case, this is it. This is actually, if you watch my old booktube videos, there's Giselle. If you watch my old booktube videos, you might recognize this. Actually, you probably won't recognize it at all, as my old purple room that I used to film my booktube videos in.
No one's gonna recognize this.
Well,
it looks so
it
classy, nice.
It looks like a hotel room now. But my desk used to be right here and facing that way for a while, towards that way, and then I put my desk here for, like, if you watch my most watched video of all time, my Stephen King review on my Dark Tower review of the Stephen King series. I'm sitting like right here, and you can like see behind me this view, but it's purple. So this is the room my parents just redid pretty recently. There's another room that was my bedroom before this one. This was my sister's bedroom growing up, and that bedroom over there was mine.
And
That's where we've stayed in previously in vlogs, but they redid this one as well. So like now both rooms are guest rooms, and they're both really nice. But this one has the really big bed in it. So we're gonna take the really big bed, and my niece, after the wedding, since they just got married, they're like taking a mini honeymoon kind of thing before they take their actual honeymoon, and so my niece is gonna be staying in that room like Saturday night and Sunday and stuff. So we're really tired. So with that, I think it's about time we go to sleep. And it is morning. Welcome to Friday. We have been up for Giselle's been up for a little while, longer than I have. But I have been up for at least an hour, and I've showered. We redid my hair right before. Actually, on the camera, it looks like pretty light, but it's a little bit darker than it looks on the camera. But it was definitely darker when we did it yesterday.
Yeah.
No, when we did it Wednesday. So it's like definitely gotten back down to the sort of lightness I want. Tomorrow morning when I shower, we have this shampoo that is really good at like stripping the silvery, like dark silveriness out of my hair, like making it white, which is what I want it to be white. So I think tomorrow it'll be white. Anyway, we are gonna go do something very fun that we always do when we go to Maryland. What is it? Sushi. Yeah.
Sushi.
So we're gonna go get sushi, and you may be thinking, Chris, I don't think sushi is particularly within your diet, and I would agree with that. I have not had a single cheat meal since starting this almost 3 months ago. I have lost almost 30 pounds. I'm doing really well. This is my first cheat meal. It's my only.
Just over 2 months.
Yeah, I've already planned out this thing, and I'm gonna let myself have like 3 separate cheat meals for the rest of the year, like this one, and then one for Thanksgiving, and then one for I think I'll end up having like 2 around Thanksgiving. Although I'm gonna try to control myself for the most part around then, and then Christmas again. I'm gonna try to control myself and like stay below calories, but like not worry about the keto thing too much around Christmas when we come back here, and Thanksgiving. And today is the only non-keto meal I'm gonna be eating or trying to eat while we're here. Like it might be somewhat difficult to avoid the carbs, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm just gonna try my best to avoid as much of it as I possibly can. Like tomorrow at the wedding, there's gonna be a lot of like really delicious sounding cupcakes. I'm not gonna eat any of those. I'm not gonna have any like bread or anything like that. I'm gonna try to stick with like meat and vegetables both tonight at the rehearsal dinner and tomorrow at the wedding. So this sushi is my first planned cheat meal from keto. But
and he's stuck to it so well, which is just so impressive to me because like I couldn't do it. I definitely could not like.
You tried a little bit.
I know, but like I couldn't set myself to like this diet and then not allow myself any cheat days for over 2 months. Like that takes a lot of self-control.
It's been like 2.5 months, a little bit over 2.5 months maybe. And yeah, I mean it's not gonna be that bad either. Anyway, like as far as a cheat meal goes, getting some sushi I don't think is that big of a deal. And then the rest of the day, like tonight at the rehearsal dinner and the rest of the day, I'm gonna not be eating that much of anything that you could constitute as out of diet or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna go get sushi now. My mom and my sister have obviously been working very hard on making like wedding decorations and whatnot. I guess that's one of them. And this is all like stuff that we're gonna transport to the wedding tomorrow morning. Lovely. Giselle and I are gonna be helping like set up and stuff in the morning before the wedding at noon. And here's Charlie. Hi Charlie, we haven't really said hello yet. I haven't really said hello yet, puppy. Hey Charlie. Love it?
Yes, it was phenomenal. I don't know, the last time we went, I feel like I was just having like an off day, and I don't know what was up, but I just feel like everything was kind of off for me. And so, like some of the things, like it was still really good, but it just like wasn't like peak for whatever reason. But like this like totally reconfirmed like this is the best sushi place in the whole world. And it was totally just me last time because Chris was like, no, this is just as good as always. And it was so good. I love it so much. And we tried a new roll, the yummy yummy roll.
And it was yummy yummy.
It was my favorite out of all the ones. It was phenomenal.
The big deep fried one, the crab cake roll is still my favorite sushi I've ever had in my life. So.
And my lipstick stayed on really, really well. In case, yeah, I didn't touch it up whatsoever, and it hasn't even like come off the inside. It's just like really, this lipstick, I pulled it out so you could see in case you were wondering like what stays on so well. Well, you eat freaking sushi, which like takes off all lipstick. It's a Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. This is in the color Fighter 75. Shout out to Chelsea Darlene Reeds, who made me get this color by talking about it in her live stream a few months ago. And she's like, she put it on in the live stream, and I was like, frick. And then I went and bought it. I really, really love these. They're kind of a pain to put on, but they stay so well. Anyway, what are we going to go do now, babe?
We're going to go to Burlington Coat Factory to just get me a vest to go with my new suit, and then I don't know, we'll see how long that takes.
I think that's pretty much all we'll have time for,
because we have to get back. The rehearsal dinner's like not far away but not necessarily close, and we want to make sure we don't get stuck in traffic, and it starts at 5 and it's now 1:30, so like my parents said to get back to the house around 4 so we can leave by 4:15. So like we're gonna make sure we're like just at the house ready to go when we need to. Yeah. This weekend's all about like making sure we're where we're supposed to be for like my sister's stuff. So we don't want to like go off and do random things and like be late for stuff.
Yeah.
I shout, Abraca, you! I cast magic missile at him. 4. Oof. How does 15 points of damage taste?
You actually, you blast him back a ways. The force of the spell hurts him a lot. So just one more trick up my sleeve, and we'll see how you respond to this. And he grabs Gundren by the scruff of the neck and rolls off into the pit with him. 2 small dwarven hands reach up and grab the pit. reach up and grab the edge of the pit. And then you see 2 more small dwarven hands reach up and grab the side of the pit. And almost simultaneously, 2 Gundren Rockseekers pull themselves back up. Listen, you have to understand, I'm the real Gundren Rockseeker. You have to believe me. I can tell you anything you want to know about the Rockseeker clan. I can tell you anything you want to know about Phandalin. You have to believe me. I'm the real Gundren Rockseeker. And the Gundren Rockseeker on the left says, no, you must believe me. On the right here is an imposter. I'm the real Gundren Rockseeker.
Let's tell them apart.
Ask me anything you want to know about dwarves.
But which one's the real Gundam Rockseeker? He has cursed the other Gundren Rockseeker to sound German and weird.
That's exactly what he did, Sato. He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy with lots of all kinds of sinister magics.
I walk over and kick that one into the pit.
Which one?
The one who just talked.
Oh no! The mystery is solved. You've solved my final riddle. You are the new riddle master.
Jeez, how deep is that pit?
Oh, it's his voice. Congratulations. Oh, I've landed on Brian.
And we're back at the house. I've changed into this like sort of collared shirt to be slightly nicer. I guess collared shirts are nicer for some reason. Whatever, doesn't matter. They asked me to wear a collared shirt, so I'm wearing a collared shirt that my dad actually gave to me when we were in Myrtle Beach to go golfing, and I just kept it. So he told me I could keep it. But we got me a vest we found in. I found one that works really well, and it's not perfect, but it works really well. And I think it'll look perfectly fine. And Giselle got a winter coat that she had thought about getting. And we kind of didn't necessarily go with the intent of looking at winter coats, but
No.
but she wanted to look for
We
one.
wouldn't have gone if we weren't looking for the vest, but I've been planning on going and looking for a winter coat for several months.
And she tried on a few while we were there.
Yeah. And that one is the most like neutral.
You'll see it during winter. I'm not eating this.
Christopher can't have cannoli.
No.
So I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I have a speech tomorrow, but I asked all the women in Courtney's side of the family to write her a letter. And I just wanted to say congratulations. I love you both. You can read these whenever you want. I gave her the letters. Thank you.
And that is the end of the night. We came back and I got in some comfier clothes, and Giselle took a shower and got in some comfier clothes. Look at these lovely pants with Santa Clauses and Christmas stuff on them.
I don't know. About taking a shower, my hair definitely lightened, especially like right
In
here.
this,
You can see it.
in this light, you can see the light.
Yeah,
a little
but
bit,
it didn't. I don't know. It's not that bad, and I think I'm gonna stick a darker dye in it like in a few weeks, maybe at the end of October or something again. But like for the wedding tomorrow, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just like mostly right here because that's like where it gets the most scrubbed.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but maybe then I'll try sticking like actually like a really darker one right there and see how it goes. But I don't know. I still like the tone.
Do you still like the way it looks? Are you okay with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
think I think it still looks nice.
I don't love it as much, but I still do like it.
Yeah, I can definitely like downstairs. I couldn't tell, but up here you can definitely tell. Yeah, that color later.
But this color really shows like how like fried it is and stuff. Like I need to like brush it out, but it's like very frizzly. That's a word.
And yeah, so I was downstairs while she was showering, and my parents were like down there practicing these like dances and stuff.
Like
that
line
were,
dances.
there was this one called the wobble, which I've never seen before, and then there's
like
the
cha-cha
cupid
slide
and the cupid something.
the
I don't.
cupid shuffle and
So
the electric slide.
No, they already knew the electric slide. I thought about filming it, but then I thought like they probably wouldn't appreciate me filming that and uploading it to the internet, so I didn't. But it was pretty funny, and it was fun, but to watch. But anyway, I think that's about it for for this vlog. It's a nice like travel / first day in Maryland vlog. Tomorrow is the wedding. It's like 11 now. We're gonna try to wake up early to do stuff, and we have to go help set up things in the morning. So.
I ironed your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I was wondering what you were doing. She was up here for a while we were downstairs, and you had showered, and so I guess you ironed stuff as well.
Yeah, I ironed Christopher's shirt. I ironed out like a few creases in his pants. Not like the meant to be their creases, but just like weird parts. And I also ironed like the collar of my dress that I'm not 100% sure if I'm wearing yet, but I still ironed it, which is just like a lace collar.
She brought multiple things to possibly wear. So.
Yeah.
if you forgot. But yeah, so I guess my suit's all ready. You'll figure out what you're going to wear tomorrow. We are going to go to sleep now because it's late. And we did a thing of laundry as well. But anyway, we're going to go to sleep now. Good night. And we will see you tomorrow.
Yes.